In high school, I was selected to represent my school in a 4-man rowing crew. As a crew, we would train for up to 3 hours each day after school, in preparation for our regattas on Saturdays. I recall one race on what was then the hottest day on record in Perth. It was 115 degrees. We had a 2,000-metre race in the heat of the day that lasted for about 7 minutes. Around the 1,500-metre mark, it seemed as if there was no way that we could finish. The heat was oppressive. It seemed impossible to breathe, and all we wanted to do was jump out of the boat into the beautiful Swan River. At this point, our coxswain called out encouragement to us, yelling for us to lift our stroke rating and put in 15 strokes of extra effort. We followed his instructions, endured the final 500 metres, and won our race. Once back to our designated area with a huge amount of cheering, we all jumped in the water to cool off. We were ecstatic. Now contrast this to the 2004 Olympics, where the Australian women's 8 were competing in the final, attempting to achieve that gold medal that they'd prepared so hard for. 400 metres from the finish line, a member of the crew, Sally Robbins, or Lay Down Sally as she's since become known, lay down in the boat and refused to row any further. The crew ended up going from a strong medal contender to last place. I believe that there are 3 important lessons that we can take from these 2 contrasting stories. They are preparation, perseverance, and participation. First, preparation. As graduates of the Marriott School of Management, we go into the world with outstanding preparation, both spiritually and academically. In my career, prior to coming back to school, I learned the importance of always being prepared. Frequently quoted are the words, "Success always comes when preparation meets opportunity." We must continue to prepare ourselves as we leave here today for the opportunities that will come our way. Our time here at BYU is only the beginning. President Gordon B. Hinckley said, "You must cultivate a continuing thirst for knowledge. What will you take with you when you leave here?" I hope it will be an intellectual hunger, a mental sharpness, a mental discipline, a substantial body of knowledge to which you will wish to add all the days of your lives. The second lesson is perseverance. Despite the quality of our preparation here at BYU, this alone is not sufficient, and it must be combined with perseverance. Throughout our careers and lives, we will be faced with trials that may seem insurmountable. We may be wrong, or things may not work out the way that we had envisioned. Prior to coming to BYU, I faced some career setbacks and trials that I wondered how I would overcome. At times such as these, it is tempting to throw it in and resign yourself to failure, but we must persist. With the benefit of hindsight, the Lord's hand and direction has been clearly evident in my life. I think of the brother of Jared and his people. Their journey wasn't a pleasurable sail across the ocean. Instead, for 344 days, they faced mountain waves which broke upon them, and they were often buried in the depths of the sea. They faced these conditions because God sent a furious wind to blow them towards the promised land for their entire journey. The Lord is leading each of us to our promised lands. Sometimes this causes us to feel overwhelmed or buried in the depths of the sea, but like the Jaredites, He will protect us through this. It was perseverance that resulted in my rowing crew winning that race. Our preparation was essential, but if we had given up, it would have been in vain. The coxswain's encouragement that day, at that crucial moment, made a huge difference for our crew. While those of us rowing had our backs to the finish line, the coxswain faces forward and can see what is happening around us. This brings much needed perspective. Likewise in life, we have many that act as a coxswain to us, people who can strengthen and encourage us and help us to see the big picture. These include friends and family members, colleagues and mentors. Above all, we have our Saviour Jesus Christ, who through His suffering and atonement knows, according to the flesh, how to succour His people. There is no greater example of perseverance. In His words, the immense suffering of the atonement caused Him to tremble because of pain, and to bleed in every pore, and to suffer both body and spirit, and would that I might not drink of the bitter cup and shrink. Nevertheless, glory be to the Father, and I partook and finished my preparations unto the children of men. Relying on those around us, we can and we must persevere. To Joe and Candida, none of us can comprehend the grief that you are facing from your loss, but please know that you have 150 classmates and friends who are there for you and who will do all that we can to help you persevere at this time. The third lesson for us is participation. In the MBA program, a huge amount of our work has been performed in teams. From learning about bottlenecks with the Kiwani dumpers in operations to preparing a case in Professor Heaton's class, we've learned that what we can do together is far greater than the sum of our individual efforts. Likewise, in each of our careers, most of us will be working with others. There is often the temptation to think that what we do will not affect our teammates, but it does. Lay down Sally's decision to quit made it impossible for her crewmates to win. In conclusion, I would like to thank the amazing faculty that we have here and administrative staff for their concern, love and excellence. Thank you to all those who have made it possible to be here, from the tithe payers of the church to those who have donated their resources so generously, providing us with scholarships and with the world-class facilities that we have, especially the extension to the Tanner building that we've been able to enjoy over the last 2 years. Thank you to my classmates and teammates and friends who have made this experience so memorable for me. And thank you to my wife and children who are willing to sacrifice so much and travel to the other side of the world so that I could be here today. I couldn't have achieved this without you. We have the best possible preparation. We have demonstrated perseverance by being here today, and we have participated well with our classmates. As graduates from the Marriott School of Management at BYU, let us go forward and use this opportunity and privilege that we've been blessed with to improve the lives of others and to be a light to the world of excellence and service. Well done, graduates.